Coming up, it's a new season and the Terriers are off to a great start. We'll get a preview of the men's basketball team, meet the new director of track and field and cross country, and find out more from an Olympian who got the BU call to the hall. Yeah, we let the dogs out on this edition of BU Terriers Unleashed.
Matai Baptiste slows things down for the Terriers on the perimeter, but Brewster speeds it up and banks it in.
I just love the competition.
Messi against Metcalf, wheels inside, right hand, beautifully done.
I'm also excited about the development of guys.
Abdullah, the long jumper, that's good.
A lot of these guys really want it. They want it bad.
Tyrone Alexander, three, count it and one.
They want to become the best player they can become, and they want to win a championship. Take it away, Ben. There you go, there you go.
There's excitement around this year's men's basketball team. A year ago, they finished strong, winning 6 in a row before losing in overtime in the Patriot League Championship semifinals. Most of that Terrier team is back this season.
We had a group that made some huge strides, and I'm really excited to kind of see the whole thing come together.
Having the experience of last year, if we can remind ourselves, when we hit a roadblock, we can just keep chipping away, keep trusting the process, and we'll come through the other side.
Miles starts to drive, zero resistance.
Looking at the players, we start with returning graduate student Miles Brewster.
Miles really is a major reason why we had success last year. He's been really the best captain we've had here since Max Mahoney. Just a guy that holds himself accountable. He looks at himself before he looks at others. He is as hard of a worker as we've ever had here.
This season, Miles has helped in the captain's role.
We felt that we needed to really give him some more support, and we have some guys that we think have stepped up in the leadership role. Ben Roy has been terrific. He's another guy that puts the team first. Malcolm Chamizi is as nice of a kid that you're going to meet. And then Ethan is our last captain. Ethan just does so many things, I think, off the floor to keep us connected. They're just a great group to have because they can impact the team in different ways. Looking back here, maybe you go there.
I think last year was a situation where it made sense that I was the only captain. I was the guy with the most experience. But now it makes sense that a lot of guys have got a lot of experience and they're ready to take on a leadership role. It only increases us as a team.
Yeah, right over here. You step all the way up, and then they're 2-on-1 in the back, but the blitz was good.
The Terriers also get back a healthy Malcolm Chamizi. Chamizi played in only 8 games last season.
I think I'm at a pretty good spot right now. Still getting better each day, each week, but I think I'm ready for the season. I've worked a lot this offseason, expanding my game. I worked on my shot a lot, my three-point shooting, just making sure that I come back on the defensive end with the level of intensity that can't be taken away. That's really how I'm going to approach each game. Once that gets going, then I think everything I worked on offensively will start to come.
Even if he started bringing them here, just try to get on his side then and just force them this way. Having Malcolm back has really helped. Then we returned. All the rest of the guys have at least 1 year or 2 years or 3 years under their belt, and the continuity of how we do things and them understanding the language and what we're really looking to do in terms of offensive and defensively has been very good.
Now add in a couple of very impressive freshmen.
Inside, high-low, Defty spins inside, beautiful move.
Ben Defty is a 7'1" freshman. He's a guy that's just going to get better with time.
A lot of times, freshman 7-footers, they kind of look like Bambi, but he looks like he's sure of himself, mature for his size.
Abdullah, the left-handed shooter, falling away.
Asmar Abdullah has been one of our best scorers that we've had, even as a freshman.
He's confident, man. He missed the last 5, he's taking the next one. He can play, and he's a competitor.
Perhaps the key to BU's success this season will be the play of guard Tyrone Alexander. As a freshman, he led the team in scoring.
The thing that I loved about Tyrone when I recruited him is that he talked about being a two-way player, and not too many players talk about that. But the other great thing about Kai is his IQ, his feel for the game, and his overall skill set.
Alexander is from Barbados. He knew BU was the place for him on his first visit.
It's kind of like the group of guys that were here and how they were interacting. I think Coach Jones is very concise and clear and transparent with me about the opportunities I had coming in, but that I would have to work for it. And I kind of appreciated that.
It's the start of a season that has the potential to be a very good one.
I think it did a lot bringing back the bulk of the guys, so the chemistry is definitely there.
Let him bring it up now. Go, go, go.
The progression we showed last year was really incredible, and I'm ready to get a ring this year.
I think our connectedness is really a strength of this team. I think they really enjoy playing together. We can be that type of team that's connected on both sides of the floor. I think we have a chance to compete for a championship, and that's really the end goal.
Up next, we'll meet the new director of BU's track and field and cross-country program. His name is Grant Cartwright, and he knows how to throw his weight around. This September, Boston University honored 5 student athletes with the annual Scarlet Key Award for their service and leadership in the community. The Scarlet Key Award is one of BU's highest academic honors, given to students for their curricular and extracurricular achievements for leadership, commitment, representation, tradition, and academics. The recipients of this year's honor were Malcolm Chimezi, a senior from Yonkers, New York, and a captain on the basketball team. Nina Gobranson, a senior from Florida who's also a captain for women's tennis. Tyler Johnson, another senior from Florida who plays soccer and is co-president of the Student Athlete Advisory Committee. Stella Longenbaugh, a junior from Dubai in the United Arab Emirates, who's a member of the BU swimming and diving team. And Taisha Williams, a senior from North Carolina who plays for the Patriot League champion softball team. All were honored in the official tapping ceremony that was held on the 17th floor of the Center for Computing and Data Sciences building. These outstanding student athletes will officially receive their prestigious award this coming May.
Something that's challenging about track and field is you have 7 different practice groups. You have the sprinters that lift in the morning, then they come in at night, same thing with the jumpers. Then you have the distance athletes that come in earliest in the morning. So as a director, you constantly have to work to maintain a relationship with 98 student athletes in order for your program to be successful.
The new director of track and field and cross country knows success. Grant Cartwright was an accomplished thrower at Michigan before taking over the program at BU in 2019. Since then, Terrier throwers have continued to excel.
My college coach would always put us in positions as student athletes where we had the opportunity to coach our peers. And that really was what started the foundation of my love for coaching was, first of all, the changes that I was getting to make with the people that I was working with, but it was also benefiting me in my own athletic career as well too, because I was understanding concepts better, and that was directly related to the success that ultimately we went on to have.
It's somewhat unusual to have the head of track and field come from a throwing background, but Cartwright feels the concepts of coaching are universal.
He understands not even just the throws, but I think what it takes to run a successful team in general. He really gets it.
I think he definitely deserves it. I think he's probably one of the best coaches I've ever encountered or trained under.
Along with his director duties, he will remain the BU throws coach.
I feel like especially for an individual sport, a coach is like a make or break aspect because you're with them one-on-one so much, and he's just like really personable, and I think he's one of my biggest mentors and someone that I look up to.
He really does a good job of making sure all the fine details of technique are like well executed.
I didn't really have a lot of throwing experience coming into college, and I've been with Coach Cartwright since I think he got here the year before I got here, so we entered the journey in throwing together, I like to think.
You never give up on a student athlete no matter how hard that it gets. And that's the same type of attitude that I want us to bring to the program is we're gonna meet the student athletes exactly where they're at, and no matter how hard or challenging things get, you don't give up on a student athlete ever.
Look for the BU throwers to once again be successful this year, both in the Patriot League and the NCAAs. And look for the entire program to continue to grow and remain on the right track.
We just have a really good team culture that like has developed in such a positive way over like my last 3 years that I've been here.
Now that I have a full team under my purview, there's never any days that are hard for me to get out of bed and come to the TTC, because I always know I'm coming into a building full of goal-oriented student athletes that want to seek out learning for how they can get towards their goals. That just gets me excited. There are days where I'll just wake up with no alarm naturally at 5 a.m., eyes go wide open, big smile on my face, and I'm like, I get to go to work and help young people get better today.
Coming up, fresh off getting her new red jacket, BU field hockey alum and 2024 Olympian Allie Hammel was inducted into the new class of BU Hall of Famers. Athletic Director Drew Marrochello met up with Allie after the event. That conversation is next. Boston University held its 55th Hall of Fame induction banquet honoring 8 standout Terriers as part of the class of 2024. Select members of the BU Hall of Fame and department staff voted in athletes from multiple sports at the ceremony that was held in November. BU held its first induction ceremony in 1959 and currently has 269 members. One of the athletes inducted this year was two-time first-team All-American and 2024 United States Field Hockey Olympian Allie Hammel, who caught up with BU Athletic Director Drew Marrochello right after the event.
So thrilled that you're back. Congratulations on the Hall of Fame honor. We're right outside the field hockey office. This has got to just bring a bunch of emotions back.
Yeah, so many memories here. And, you know, what an honor to, one, be a graduate of Boston University, to be able to play, you know, for BU Athletics, to be back here in Boston, just an incredible city, coming off the Olympics. I mean, what an honor.
We were so proud when you were named to that team. Of course, you've been on the national team for a little bit, but talk to us about the Olympic experience. How special was that?
Yeah, it was incredible. I mean, one, being in Paris, an iconic city, beautiful venues. You know, we have been working to qualify for the Olympics for a long time. You know, we missed out on the 2020 qualification, which was really hard for our program. So we spent 7 weeks in India, and, you know, to be able to go there and, you know, just grow our team culture, have so much faith in our program, and, you know, get that qualification spot was incredible. Something I'm going to remember for the rest of my life, and then step out with my teammates, you know, on the pitch at the Olympics and sing the national anthem. Like, it's a thing of dreams.
You accomplished a ton here, thus the Hall of Fame honor, and I won't go through every single accomplishment.
Oh, you're too kind.
What do you think the most special one was?
So, this is hard. I think, obviously, I have a lot of different honors, and it's all incredible, but I think all of it is not just a representation of me, but a representation of the program. And, you know, my teammates and the staff here all work to push me both on and off the pitch to be the best version of myself, and to win the Patriot League and go into the NCAA tournament. I think that for me was the best, to experience that with my teammates and, you know, feel like we're really accomplishing something together. I think that was such an amazing memory here.
And kind of tagging off of that, I thought the line of the ceremony was when you said, when you join BUFA, you join a family.
Yeah.
I translated that maybe loosely, but tell us what you meant by that.
Yeah, I mean, from the moment I stepped on campus, that was something that Sally and Tracy and Shooter were all talking about when I had my first interviews with them. You know, when you join this program, you join a family, and it's, you know, not just people in your class, not people above and below you, but every class. We all come out to support each other. We all look out for each other, both on campus but out in the world. And I think, you know, that's really what it's all about, and what a program is supposed to be.
To that end, when you got back from France, you came out to address our team and spend time with them at practice. What was that like?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, again, BUFA is a family, so and I talk a lot about how I've gained all this knowledge, and who am I to not then give knowledge to others? And I think, you know, who better than to give knowledge to some current BUFA players? You know, we are just a big family.
I remember a conversation you and I had on the corner of Babcock Street when you finished at BU.
Yep.
And we talked about playing as long as you could keep playing.
Yeah.
And you've done that.
You said it to me again, too, when I came back.
I did. I remember that.
Yep.
You obviously have.
Yeah.
What is on the horizon when you're done playing?
Yeah. So I'm not sure yet. I would like to continue to coach, giving my knowledge to others. I think it's so important. Again, why would I play? You know, if I can't then go on to give what I know to others. And I love coaching kids. I think it's great. I think, yeah, I would love to see myself coaching club or coaching collegiately. And yeah, I think it's just, again, it's a gift. So.
Well, I'll say it again. Play as long as you can play.
Yeah, of course.
So, Allie, it's been great to have you back and great to celebrate your career.
Thank you
Congratulations
so much.
again.
Thank you so much.
Up next, the Terriers take home a championship, and a hockey alum brings back the cup. More BU Terriers Unleashed is coming your way. Stay with us.
Rodriguez pulls it back and he scores!
Evan Rodriguez played hockey for the BU Terriers from 2011 to 2015. During his senior year, he was part of a dynamic team that won both Beanpot and Hockey East championships and made it to the finals of the Frozen Four. Now in his 13th season as a pro, Rodriguez became a Stanley Cup champion for the first time in his career last summer as a forward with the Florida Panthers. The NHL has a tradition that gives players the opportunity to have their own day with the Stanley Cup, and Evan brought the trophy back to his alma mater on his special day.
Nice to bring it back here. Met my wife here, and it's kind of where my career, really got serious. Be able to give back and just seeing people seeing it, taking a picture with it, just a lot of joy.
The fall sports season has wrapped up at Boston University, and the Terriers had several noteworthy accomplishments. Starting with field hockey, the Terriers battled all season long, gaining a spot in the Patriot League semifinals, only to fall 1-0 in a hard-fought battle with top-seeded American. BU will graduate 7 seniors from this year's squad, and all of them were a part of head coach Sally Starr's 500th career win at Boston University. Coach Starr reached that outstanding milestone in a game that took place back in October against Holy Cross. Once again, junior Vera Schoberg had a dominating season for women's cross country. Vera helped guide the Terriers to a second-place finish at the Patriot League Championships, winning the race by over 30 seconds and finishing with a new personal best in the event. She was named Patriot League Scholar Athlete of the Year for the second year in a row. The Stockholm, Sweden native went on to finish 7th at the NCAA Regionals to earn a spot in the NCAA Championships. The Terriers' top 5 runners all finished in the top 14, earning a team score of 36 points. It was the best score in program history for BU at the Patriot League Championships. Freshman Caroline Collins took home Rookie of the Meet honors, while sophomore Adrian Bettner-Cable was named to the All-Patriot Academic Team along with Schoberg. Women's soccer also battled their way into the Patriot League Championship game this fall, and it's an understatement to say this team peaked at the right time. With a high-flying and high-scoring junior class led by the feat of Giuliana Giannino and Margie Porta. It was the last game of the regular season, and the Terriers jump-started their playoff push with a dramatic win over Army. Freshman Olivia Avalar scored in the 83rd minute, securing a quarterfinal bye for BU. BU would battle those same Black Knights just 8 days later on home turf in the Patriot League semifinals.
Fagan in front, Porta, it was stopped, rebound score! Margie Porta!
In a thrilling contest, Margie Porta found the back of the net with just over a minute to play in double overtime to send the Terriers to the championship.
When Morgan Fagan has the ball, we know that good things are happening. She basically took it down the sideline, and I saw it cross in, took my shot. Unfortunately, a defender got to it first, but the rebound just went right back to me, and I was able to put it home.
The Terriers traveled to Pennsylvania to face Bucknell, looking for their 5th Patriot League championship in program history. Only the Bison stood in the way. the Terriers would not be denied.
Centering ball, far post, and in! The equalizer!
Down 1-0, and with the clock winding down in regulation, junior Morgan Weaver found the perfect time to score her first career goal and skied a 26-yard strike that would send the game into overtime.
I did not know how to react. I was so excited, just jumping up and down. It was just so emotional, and I was so excited to be able to bring us back into that game.
Mo is definitely the most deserving person to experience that moment as a hero, and it was just an amazing feeling to celebrate as a team, but also to celebrate her.
It would take 10 rounds of shootouts to settle this one. Junior Gianna Savella converted her chance in the 10th round, and Celia Braun, the senior goalkeeper who came on for the penalty kicks, made a save on the final kick of the game to seal the championship.
Stopped by Braun, and the Terriers' unlikely path to a title is achieved.
Weaver was named the Patriot League Tournament's most valuable player, and BU Women's Soccer celebrated its first Patriot League title since 2018.
Already we were confident going into every game, and just to be able to show that confidence and to prove to ourselves and to the rest of the league just how much we wanted that and our heart to play for each other was amazing.
It's more than just soccer at this point. It's a team that loves each other, cares for each other, and is willing to do the most to win. And I think that's what we proved this season, and I'm excited for the next one.
That's all the time we have for this episode, but we'll be back soon bringing you more exciting action as the Terriers' winter season heats up. We'll see you next time on BU Terriers Unleashed.